It has been nearly 18 years since Constantine premiered on the big screen, and finally we have some news that a sequel might be on its way. The movie was considered to be a box office success at the time, and many fans requested to see more. Well, after years of waiting, we may finally be able to see the sequel, but it may not be what you expect.
I need to see what she saw. Please.
When Constantine hit the theaters in 2005, it wasn't a huge hit, having grossed over $230 million worldwide. Despite this, the movie also received mixed reviews, which slowly but surely diminished the chances of a sequel for years. Over the years, Constantine developed a cult following that lead to a lot of rumors that a sequel would happen. This high interest in the sequel has only made Keanu Reeves and those involved in the first movie seriously question the potential of the sequel. Fast forward a few years, Warner Brothers has decided to turn the movie into a franchise, and it's said that the sequel has been officially greenlit. Although the DCEU has seen several versions of the character over the past 17 years, none has hit the same spark that Reeves had in that first movie.
I already know exactly where I'm going.
Now it appears that DC wants to bring Reeves back as the most dangerous demon hunter with the same people that brought him into this world. The news for the sequel broke in September 2022, and yet we still don't have a lot of information about where this movie is at right now. The resurrection of the much-loved character has been a long time coming, and even Reeves himself has been anticipating it for over a decade. Over the years, we've seen Constantine in many different shapes and forms, but so far all everyone can talk about is Reeves as the legendary character John Constantine. It has been made clear that fans of the movie only want to see Reeves come back as the beloved actor, and that is exactly what's happening. Many have rumored that the movie has already entered production, but we can neither confirm nor deny that rumors. As of now, it's unclear how far along the movie is.
As soon as I couldn't pull it out myself, I called you, John.
Since not a lot of information is being shared about the status of this movie, it might be hard to speculate exactly when we would be able to see it. Currently, the project is in its early stages, or so it's said, meaning that there won't be significant news for a while. So far, the script isn't still finished, and the filming is months away from the beginning. It's safe to say that we'll likely wait a year or two more before we get to see this movie. Our best guess is that the sequel will premiere in 2024 at the earliest. In the past decade, Keanu Reeves has been involved in multiple projects. Currently, he's attached to about 4 franchises, and since his career is in full swing, it's highly likely that the sequel won't be the only project he'll work on for a while. With a new John Wick movie set to premiere soon and another one soon, it's fair to say that Reeves has his hands full. This could further delay the Constantine 2 release date. Although we aren't so happy we have to wait 2 decades to see a sequel, it's likely for the best since there won't be a sequel without Reeves as the demon hunter. The first movie was directed by Francis Lawrence, and it's said that he'll smash that like button like you should be doing right now. But no, he'll return to direct the sequel as usual. But he also has a busy schedule as well, having to work on the Hunger Games prequel, and is also attached to the Netflix adaptation of the game BioShock. However, it's expected that Lawrence will dive into the development of Constantine 2 as soon as the post-production of the Hunger Games prequel wraps up. Until then, we're sad to say that we might not have an official release date, but we're all hoping that 2024 will be the year when we'll finally see this long-awaited sequel.
You could have shot me, John. You chose a higher path.
Although not many details have been revealed about this movie, one thing is sure, and that's that Keanu Reeves is back to reprise his role as John Constantine, the supernatural exorcist and demonologist. Over the years, Reeves has spoken about his desire to reprise the role, saying that he loves that world and the character. Even though many actors have played John Constantine after Reeves portrayed him, it would only be fair to have him come back and enter this world once again. In the first movie, we also saw Rachel Weisz as Angela, a Los Angeles police detective investigating the mysterious suicide of her twin sister, and Shia LaBeouf as Chaz, the apprentice for John Constantine. So far, there hasn't been any official news about these two, and whether or not they'll come back for another movie. There's also no word yet whether we'll see Tilda Swinton reprise her role as the angel Gabriel. Peter Stormare played Lucifer in the first movie, and in 2020, he hinted that he might be back. But again, aside from Reeves, there haven't been any other confirmed cast members.
You are going to die young because you smoked 30 cigarettes a day since you were 15.
As for crew members, Lawrence will reunite with Reeves and take over the director's chair to restore the magic we saw in 2005. When asked about the sequel, Lawrence said that Reeves' keenness to revisit the character was pivotal in Warner Brothers, giving the sequel the green light. Although there's no official cast members list, we can surely expect to see at least some old faces, and we will likely see a bunch of new additions as well. The 2005 movie was loosely based on DC Comics' Hellblazer. In this movie, Constantine believes he's destined for an eternity in hell upon his eventual death. Throughout the movie, he makes it his mission to smash that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. But no, in all seriousness, he makes it his mission to earn enough goodwill to make it to heaven. Before Reeves took on the role of John Constantine, the character made his first appearance in 1985 in the DC comic books as a powerful occult detective from England. In the comic books, the detective has teamed up with the likes of Batman, Superman, and the Swamp Thing over several comic storylines. It's considered that this sequel could set up DCEU's Justice League Dark, which HBO Max and J.J. Abrams were developing in the past. HBO Max was even planning on making a reboot series based on the character, but it's understood that because of Reeves' return for the sequel, HBO Max will no longer be moving forward with the series. In the now-cancelled series, Sob Dirisu was meant to play Constantine. In the past, we've seen Matt Ryan play the character in the DCEU's Arrowverse, and most recently, we saw Jenna Coleman play Joanna Constantine in the Sandman series. Although we've had many versions of Constantine so far, the fans are still demanding to see Reeves in this role. Since the HBO Max series has been cancelled, it gives us great hope that the sequel is moving forward, but that might not stop other platforms from creating their version of Constantine. When it comes to the storyline, there are various comic book storylines to work from when looking at the sequel. Constantine is usually a character that we have often seen in a cameo or in one shot, similar to how Joanna Constantine appeared in Sandman. But given that we have a sequel where he's the lead character, we'll get another chance to see more of him. By the end of the first movie, he had just quit smoking and had his second lease on life. However, having another chance at life did come with a cost. We saw Chaz dying trying to stop the Antichrist, as well as Father Hennessy possessed to drink himself to death. The movie also showed us how Lucifer refused to let him get to heaven and instead cured his cancer and revived him, leaving him on Earth. It's believed that the sequel will see Constantine and Lucifer go head-to-head once again as Lucifer tries to take Constantine's soul once and for all. Lawrence has spoken about the plot of the sequel and said that he's been batting around for a while to create the perfect story. He said that he has two goals, and that's more laughs and more blood. Since Reeves is much older than the first movie, it might make sense to also include a new protagonist if DC has plans to turn it into a franchise. Either way, we are in for a threat, and we believe that this movie will be everything we had been hoping for in the last 18 years. Check out this video next.